ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
New tonight, UC San Diego Health is now offering a verifiable digital vaccine record to patients who received a COVID-19 vaccine through the health system. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. Our ABC 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala explains how it works.
Instead of carrying around a COVID-19 vaccination card just in case you ever need it, people who got their shots through UCSD Health, including at the superstations, now have access to a digital copy on their cell phone.
So we know a number of other pharmacies and health systems that will be issuing these soon.
For the tens of thousands of San Diegans who went through one of UCSD Health's COVID-19 vaccination sites, the information written on that little white card is now available online and on your phone.
Everybody who came through REMAC, Petco Park, and other UC San Diego Health vaccination sites has the ability to log in and get this. That also includes all of our students and employees across UC San Diego.
To access the digital record known as Smart Health Card, you can log in on your phone through the My UCSD Health app. Click on Menu, COVID-19, and your vaccination status is available through a QR code and a PDF, making verification quick and easy. UCSD says the information on Smart Health Cards follows HIPAA privacy guidelines.
QR code contains the same things that your card might contain: your name, date of birth, vaccine information, or in the case of a test result, your test information. And today you can log into My UCSD chart, make a screenshot, keep it in your photo roll.
It should not contain your phone number, address, government-issued identifier, or any other health information.
We expect to see a Smart Health Card verifier in the App Store very soon that would scan these, but ensure that none of the data is collected, harnessed, recorded.
While UCSD Health is the first healthcare system in the U.S. to adopt this for direct patient access, California is also giving people the option to sign up through the CDPH website and access their records online. Dr. Longhurst does expect to see the system more widely used.
But it would be exciting, for example, to see the state of Hawaii use this for travel testing, or Uber to use it so that you could safely unmask when getting a rideshare. This is not mandatory. This is really for the convenience of our patients, students, and employees. It's not something that's being mandated.
Mimi Alcala, ABC 10 News.
And breaking news, homicide. Detectives are investigating after a man was found shot in Linda Vista tonight. Our breaking news tracker is on the scene. Police found the man in the 6900 block of Eastman Street after receiving a 911 call. The victim was shot in the torso and died. As of right now, no one has been arrested.
An encounter between a man and San Diego police officers ends in a stun gun being deployed. That incident has some community members raising questions as well. Our ABC 10 News reporter Anthony Pura has more on what police say led up to the officers confronting the man near Petco Park.
In this video, you can see the man behind the camera making his way across the street. By the time he gets to the corner of Park Boulevard and 10th Avenue, you can see several officers making their way towards a man. One of them deploys their stun gun, taking him to the ground.
As I was running, I could see the gentleman had been tased from behind and just dropped to the ground.
Michael McConnell is the man who shot the video. We met him at the place where it happened. McConnell says he was at a nearby coffee shop Tuesday morning when it all started.
I noticed a gentleman coming down the sidewalk, a black man who had a cane. He didn't appear to be using the cane, he was just kind of carrying it, and he was talking to himself.
McConnell is an advocate for the homeless, and he is often downtown. He isn't sure if the man is homeless, but he noticed that some officers appeared interested in him.
Shortly after the gentleman had walked by me, some police officers were quickly walking down the sidewalk, and I figured they might be following this gentleman. So I immediately got up, I filmed.
San Diego police tell ABC 10 News it all began when the man damaged at least one police vehicle that was parked in the area. According to police, the man damaged one of the mirrors on a mobile command unit. ABC 10 News found one parked nearby with damage matching the description. According to SDPD, officers saw the man do the damage, so they followed him. As they did, they say the man, quote, brandished his cane towards another citizen. More officers were called in. Police say officers asked him to drop the cane several times, but he didn't. The stun gun was then deployed. In the video, an object appears to drop to the ground around the time he's hit by the stun gun. ABC 10 News reached out to the NAACP San Diego branch about the incident. Their president says the video raises concerns about the department's de-escalation tactics.
We would like to see what occurred before the video started that warranted a lot of space not being given so that there could have been some other de-escalation techniques. They have a matrix of a lot of things that could have happened. What was so urgent that he needed to be rushed with all of these officers to be tased?
Police say the man was arrested and the primary charge is felony vandalism. Anthony Pura, ABC 10 News.
Police say there is also their own body camera video, and the incident is now being reviewed, which is standard anytime force is used.
The desperate search for survivors continues as another body is pulled from the rubble of a collapsed condo tower in Florida. More than 200 rescuers have been working on this pile at any given time, dodging falling debris and at times hampered by weather. 12 bodies have been recovered. Nearly 150 people remain missing. Florida emergency management leaders have asked for more crews.
We have all the resources we need, but we're going to bring in another team. We want to rotate those out so that we can get some resources back in case we may be dealing with some type of tropical cyclone.
The Condo Association is now facing a number of lawsuits, and prosecutors in South Florida say they're pursuing a grand jury investigation into the collapse. And meantime, with the building's condominium association facing lawsuits, attorneys say this is a wake-up call for every board of directors. ABC 10 News reporter Adam Rakusin looks at the responsibilities that homeowners associations have.
As the search for survivors of this deadly building collapse continues, its condominium association is already being sued. ABC News reporting one of the lawsuits citing the condominium board's alleged failure to protect the lives and property of tenants by ignoring structural issues with the building. The legal actions raise questions of what the board knew about any potential dangers and what type of liability the association board members face.
Look at the board as the people like the little green man behind the curtain in The Wizard of Oz. They're the ones who call the shots and then someone else goes and does it. That's how it's supposed to work. And that way they don't have to spend a lot of their time because they're volunteers.
Greg Garrison is a San Diego attorney. He says because association board members are volunteers, it's a high bar to find them individually responsible for something.
There's all kinds of scenarios we could talk about where if you failed to do something you should have done, you could be liable. Most of the time, the individual board members are not liable, just the association.
In August of last year, the family of 3 women killed when a multi-ton section of sandstone collapsed onto them at the Grandview Surf Beach filed a lawsuit against several groups, including a homeowners association, claiming negligence. Normally, legal actions are handled by the association's insurance carrier. According to the California Association of Homeowners Associations, across the state, there's anywhere from 35 to 40,000 community associations. That's condominiums, townhomes, and single-family associations. Legal experts ABC 10 News spoke with say a lot of times HOA members think it's their duty to keep the dues low, when the real job is to maintain the assets. In California, think earthquakes.
In condos like you're talking about in California, the HOA insures the building, you just insure what's inside your unit. So it's their obligation to do whatever is reasonable and prudent.
Adam Rakusin, ABC 10 News.
Attorneys say proving negligence against a board member can be difficult. Based on the laws, it would have to be something far beyond the way that a reasonable person would have acted.
Delia Fiallo, otherwise considered the mother of Latin telenovelas, has died. A source close to the Cuban writer told that to CNN today. She wrote more than 40 novels for both radio and television. Some of her works include Crystal and Esmeralda and many more. She was 96 years old.
A new twist in the upcoming recall election of Governor Newsom. Last night, lawmakers passed a bill aimed at moving the recall date up. And we're taking an in-depth look at why they did it and the response. That bill passed the Assembly and the State Senate. It was signed by the governor. It allows the election to take place at least 30 days earlier than under the existing law by bypassing the legislative review process and providing funds to counties and the Secretary of State for the election. It's estimated the election will cost $215 million, but Republicans accuse Democrats of changing the playing field, including gubernatorial candidate John Cox.
I think they want some action. They want somebody to do something about these problems instead of all the grandstanding and the political gamesmanship.
Democrats argue that Californians want the process to be over. With no legislative review, the lieutenant governor will now be able to set an election date sooner. We could learn that date by Friday. County clerks say that they need until at least mid-September to be ready. Meantime, Governor Newsom is suing his own Secretary of State, Shirley Weber, for refusing to correct his lawyer's filing mistake that could result in him appearing on the ballot without Democratic Party next to his name. Weber's office says it has a duty to accept timely filed documents, and anything after the deadline, quote, requires judicial resolution.
County supervisors are celebrating today's passage of a $7.2 billion budget. Supervisor Nathan Fletcher threw a party this afternoon at Waterfront Park to mark that occasion. In addition to traditional county services, that new budget allocates money for reducing homelessness, reforming the justice system, and environmental protection. In fact, an environmental activist says the new Democratic majority board of supervisors is more receptive to their cause.
There's a lot of promise in there for things like air quality, for environmental justice, and for just changing the county to benefit a wider base of the community of San Diego.
Today's budget passed after a month of public hearings.